Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Priyanka. Well, as you guys know, I live in Oslo here in Norway, and I talk about my life here in Norway. And if I find anything cool, interesting, worth sharing, I share it on my YouTube channel here. And today as well, I am going on a hike since it's a sunny Saturday afternoon, and each time sun is out I always make it a point to go on a hike. And today we have chosen to hike to Kolstadstoppen. It's a 7-kilometer long hike. The difficulty level is around medium, and we had to change couple of buses to get here, and we are pretty excited. So before beginning, please do like and subscribe to my channel, because if you want more of cool content from my life here in Oslo in Norway, you will have to like and subscribe to my channel. So like and subscribe to my channel, and let me show you my hiking trail. This is my hiking trail. This is Mr. Husband. Hello husband, say hi.
Hello.
And we are going on a hike. This is the field area that we are crossing. This is the entry point, and this is a hiking trail. We're going to go up. I have a story to tell you guys about this hiking trail. It's a funny one, and it's kind of embarrassing as well. So 3 weeks back, I had come to this point along with my friends on a Saturday afternoon, just like today, and we had decided that we'll go on a hiking trail. Okay, so when we came to this place, we were under the impression that the tracks will be fine, it will be all warm, sunny, easy to hike. But unfortunately, this entire hiking trail was completely frozen with ice. It was beginning of April, and since we are new to these kind of trails and habitat and these conditions, we got really scared to hike because it was all frozen, and there was so much of stones, pebbles, sharp wooden trees. Everything looked really scary, and we were literally struggling to walk on a straight trail. We were literally petrified. How are we going to manage when we are going to go up and the ascent shows up? So what we did was, literally 15 minutes into our hike, we guys, all four of us, unanimously decided we are not going to go on a hike. We cancelled the decision to hike because the entire hiking trail was frozen with ice. It was very slippery and it looked really dangerous, and we were like, even if we manage to go up, while coming back we will be in danger. And since we are not accustomed to these kind of conditions, we might just get hurt badly. So we cancelled it, and we told ourselves we're gonna come back when the conditions get conducive. So today, me and my husband, we saw the weather, we asked people around if the ice has melted, which it has absolutely. And today we are going to complete the mission. Okay, so we'll pass by a lake, and there's like a beautiful spot where you get to see the entire view of the entire city. And as always, we are carrying a backpack, and we have our sitting mat, we have water, we have cold coffee, our staples. We have got some tortilla chips, and we are totally dolled up in sunscreen. Very important, do wear your sunscreen if you're going on a hike. And yes, today there's no ice. Let me show you. There's no ice in these trails. Last time when I came, this entire trail, as you guys can see, was completely covered in ice, and it was very difficult to walk. So we were slipping, and it was really difficult for us to walk. And we are gonna hike. So I'll be honest, today it was sunny, right? So I was like, I'm not gonna wear a wind cheater or anything. But my husband Arji was like, carry a wind cheater along. We're going to in the jungle area. We're going in the forest. It's gonna be cold, and he was right. So in the city area, I was like, I can wear a sweatshirt. It's hardly 10 or 11 degrees. I don't need to wear I don't need an extra layering of protection. But once you're there in the jungle, in the forest area, do carry and do wear a jacket, a light air jacket. Don't wear a heavy one, but keep yourself protected with a jacket because it gets colder in the forest area. So yeah. So we are officially starting our hiking trail. As you guys can see, this tree is marked with a blue color. All these blue markings, if you guys can see, yeah, even ahead, if you can see that tree, this tree, one, the blue marking, all of this is like the trail direction. You have to follow these trail marks, and this is like a direction. This is the navigation for all the hikers. So if you're new to hiking, follow these hiking marks, these trail marks, and you will be able to navigate through your way into the jungle. Arji, are you liking it? So now, as you guys can see, we have started hiking. We are right inside the forest, and you can see so much of rocks and trees and pebbles all around us. Last time when we crossed this area, we were petrified because all of this was frozen in ice and we couldn't walk. We were skidding, sliding, and we were like really scared that we'll fall and get badly injured. But today we're absolutely gliding through. So I think it was a very wise decision on our part not to hike back in April. It's not like people don't do it. There were, native Norwegians who were doing it. Probably they're used to it, but people like us, we're not used to these kind of conditions, so don't judge us. So it's better to be safe than sorry. That's my philosophy. As you guys can see these pointy trees. There's so many of these pointy trees out here. Pine trees, pointy trees, all kinds of different trees that you've not seen. This is the exact spot from where we went back. We didn't complete our hike. This is the exact spot where we got really petrified and scared, and we were like, we can't do this. But today we are going to complete our trek. So let's do it. Careful. 40 minutes into our hike, we have crossed around a kilometer, if I'm not wrong. And so far it has been quite challenging. I'm not even going to kid that it's an easy hike. So be prepared, because it's going to have a good cardio session out here. It has a lot of incline and steep steps out here. So be prepared if you want to go for a Khalsa stop and hike. And we are like midway right now, and we are going to take around the 30-45 minutes to reach up till the peak. And I'm not able to shoot in a consistent way, in one way, because there's a lot of stops and a lot of inclines and a lot of steep pathways. So each time I'm halting, I'm trying to show you how the pathway is. So this is how steep it is. I hope you guys can see it. It's very steep, and it is how it has been like throughout. It's constantly like a steep towards the top, and we are taking small 3 minutes break, catching some breath, drinking water, keeping ourselves hydrated, and going up. Let's go. Almost 1 hour into our hike, and we have reached this point called North Khalsa Stoppen, which is around 200 meters away, and that's like out in this direction. And if you can see towards this side, I want to show you guys, there's still a lot of snow out here which is not melted. Let me show you guys. And I think it was a very wise decision not to go on a hike during winters, because this is like unbelievably steep. Can you guys see how much snow is there? It's still not melted. Wow. This is beautiful, and I'm excited to see how the peak point looks like. Come with me. So we have reached at the top of Kolsastoppen and we are sitting on rock and enjoying the view. We just had a cold cup of coffee and I can't tell you how stunning the view is. We can literally see the entire town. What town is it, Arji?
Bærum.
Bærum. Okay, so we are outside Oslo.
It's to the west of Oslo.
West of Oslo. Okay, this is west of Oslo, city called Bærum, and we are on top of the mountains.
Show them the view.
So this is the view. We are on top of Kolsastoppen. It took us around 2 hours to get on this spot. We are sitting on top of the rocks. It took us around 2 hours to get here. And we stopped for quite a bit, like 2-3 times we stopped in between to grab some water and grab some air. And this is Kolsastoppen.
It's starting to get a little cloudy.
Yeah, it's getting to, the sun has started to, set, and it's getting cloudy, it's getting chillier, it's starting to get windy. And we are at this place called Bærum. It's in the outskirts of Oslo, towards the west of Oslo. Yes, it's a small city called Bærum. And we can see the entire view of the town from this point. It's absolutely stunning. It's so magnificent. We can even see the fjords from out here, can't we?
Yeah.
Those are the fjords at the backdrop, if these guys can see. We can even see fjords at the back. It's beautiful. Well, a couple of tips I would like to give you guys if you're planning your hike to Kolsastoppen. Firstly, make sure you do check the weather. Make sure the weather is sunny and you're coming here during summer or springtime. If it's raining, cold, there is possibility of ice on the floor, avoid. If you're an immigrant, you're coming from outside, you're not a native, you're not used to these conditions, avoid, because it does get steep at certain points and you need to be sure that you will be able to hike properly and you're safe out here while hiking. So make sure that your footwear is correct. You wear proper shoes, proper hiking shoes. You carry an outerwear, because even if it's pretty hot in the city, when you enter the jungle area, in the forest area, it gets cold, and out here on the top it's very windy, so you need an outerwear to cover you up. Also, now we are planning to go down. I'm pretty excited. How are we going to manage, because it's so steep at certain points. I'm wondering how will I manage. But yeah, if I can manage up, I am sure I will be able to crawl my way back into the city. So the difficulty level is medium. It does get steep at certain points, so yeah, be prepared for some steep points. Stop at certain places, gather yourself up, grab some water, catch your air, take 2-3 minutes of pause somewhere, because that's exactly what we did. We paused at certain areas and here we are absolutely fine. And this is currently, what's the time? It's like 3:30 in the afternoon, and we will start moving in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
We'll start moving in another 10 minutes. We're back, and so we are chilling right now, sitting and enjoying the view. So let me show you one more time the view of Kolsastoppen. You guys won't believe what we found on our way back. We found this beautiful lake and we are getting to see all these ducks out here. See, it's so pretty. I love it. I was not expecting this lake, but we found this lake on our way back. And it reminds me of Oyangan Lake that we went last year. But it's so beautiful. I can literally see the reflection of trees in this lake. It's so gorgeous. And if you guys can see towards that side, there is still ice in the lake. It hasn't melted. Because within the forest, it's so cold that it's really hard for ice to melt. So there are certain patches, certain areas where ice is still very much there. You can see ice out there. It's still there. Where I am standing right now is south of Kolsastoppen. This is the peak, the second peak out here at Kolsastoppen, and it's not really crowded as much as the northern tip of Kolsastopp where we halted. So what we have realized is that if you want to come to Kolsastopp, go for northern tip, because out there you will get to see more of nature and fjords, whereas this place south of Kolsastopp, it's more towards the city facing, as you guys can see. I can't even literally tell you guys how steep these rocks were. They were really slippery, huge, winding and twisted. And getting up to this point and reaching these stairs were a task, an achievement in itself. This entire pathway has been really steep. Let's go down. 2 hours into our way back, what we have just crossed, and you know, unbelievably we have managed to be come out alive, is the fact that we have come down out of these big huge blocks of rocks and boulders, and thankfully they had these railings at steep points, otherwise I don't think I would have made it alive. It has been very challenging. I'm not even trying to kid you here. I have done Triundh trek back in India, but this is way more difficult and physically challenging than that. It's very twisted, the trails are very narrow, steep, there are huge boulders and rocks at certain points, and it's already been 2 hours, it's 5:30, so let's see how long it's going to take us to get down at the main bus stop points. Let's go. So it's around 6 in the evening and I believe we have completed our hike. It took us good 3 to 3.5 hours to complete our hike while coming down. It took us around 2 hours while climbing up, but there's one mistake that I think we did was we got overconfident and we went towards south of Kholsa Stoppin and we descended from there, and there on we started freaking out because it's very challenging, physically demanding, and you have to be mentally strong. You need to know that there will be points where it's going to be very steep, it's going to be rocky, full of boulders, and it's going to be very narrow. So if you ask me, I would personally suggest you guys to go towards north of Kholsa Stoppin and descend from there itself. Avoid south of Kholsa Stoppin because it's more difficult while climbing and descending both. And it took us overall around 6 hours to complete the hike. It's 6 in the evening, we have started at 12. And right now we are very tired. I just want to go home and relax, eat, drink and just sleep. I'm that much exhausted. And where we are currently is the city of Beram, and we are walking towards the bus stop. So this is all for today. This is me, Priyanka, signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog of Kholsa Stoppin, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, this is Priyanka signing off. Bye bye.